Hello, guys. In this entrepreneur series, I want to share with us about the problem power. Some of you have read the book before on the problem power, and if you haven't, you should get your copy. So, I want to talk very quickly on problem power. We all have a number of things in common, from time to our ability to choose, to purpose, to relationships, to potential. We all have a number of things in common. Everyone under the sun has got just 24 hours a day. Everyone alive has the ability to choose. Everyone alive has got a purpose. Everyone is connected. I don't care. You didn't just drop from the heavens. So you are certainly connected. So there are certain things that we all have in common. And one of the things that we have in common is problems. We all have problems in our lives. We all have problem as a common denominator. This is another fact. Every single day, we are solving problems. Every single day. From the moment you wake up, you are solving a problem. From when you have your bath, to when you dry your body, to when you go to bed, to the clothes that you wear. Every single day, you are constantly solving a problem. Everyone, every day, is solving a problem. But there's a catch here. Every single day, while you solve a problem for yourself, you are making somebody else richer. Every single problem that you solve for yourself, from the clothes that you wear, to the watch, to your soap, to your toothpaste, to your mattress, to your bed sheet, to the curtains in your house, every single problem that you solve every single day, in one way or the other, you are making somebody richer. So my question is, who is making you richer? This is a science. Every single day we solve problems. We agree? Every single problem that we solve, one way or the other, we are making somebody else richer. So when we solve problems for ourselves, we make somebody else richer. So it simply means that if we must become richer, we must begin to learn how to solve problems for other people. When you solve your problems, you make somebody else rich. When you solve other people's problems, it's possible to make yourself richer. Hear this now. The fact that you solve problems every day and you are making somebody else rich is also a confirmation that you have access to money. Whether you have the money directly or indirectly. If you have a phone and you are using a phone, whether it was a gift to you or you bought it yourself, you have money. Because if you truly need money, you can sell that phone for value and get some cash. So the fact that you solve problems every single day is proof that you have access to money. So stop claiming that you don't have any access to money. The fact that you solve problems daily is proof that you have access to money. The problem in your life is not the problem of your life, because we all have problems. If we all have problems, it means that problem is not the problem. 24 hours a day is not the problem. So when you say things like, I don't have enough time, it doesn't mean that you have less than 24 hours in a day. You have enough time. You just need to find a better way to allocate your time to have an effective life. But we all have enough time every day. However busy you are or not busy you are, we all have 24 hours in a day. So the problem of your life is not the 24 hours you have in a day. That's not why you are where you are. You're not where you are because you don't have enough time in a day. We all have enough time in a day. It all depends on the use. In the same way, the problem in your life is not the problem of your life. Problems is not the problem, because we all have problems. We all have problems, and you'll see why very shortly. The next thing is this. The problems in your life, very important, guys. The problems in your life is someone's opportunity for wealth and relevance. Every problem in your life is somebody else's opportunity for relevance or for wealth. And I brought the two elements here, relevance and wealth, because sometimes the problems in our lives may not give somebody else wealth, but it can give them relevance. From your shoemaker to your tailor to the restaurant you go to your pastor. Every single problem in your life is someone's opportunity to attain more relevance or attain more wealth. Therefore, every problem in my life is your opportunity to attain more relevance or attain more wealth. Problems are opportunities. Problems are opportunities. Everywhere there's a problem, there is an opportunity. This is the reason why many people in the West are coming to Africa, and then we who are in Africa are running to the West. I mean, it's unfortunate. Many people in the developed nations are coming to the developed nations, and many of us in the developing nations are running to the developed nations. But I'll tell you what they know that we don't know. They know that everywhere there's a problem, there is an opportunity. And to go a little bit further, everywhere there's a problem, there is a job. So we are going there to seek for jobs where they have fewer problems. And they are running here to make a fortune because they know that we have so many problems in Africa. Everywhere there is a problem, there is an opportunity. Everywhere, I mean everywhere there is a problem, there is an opportunity. And in many cases, those opportunities are potential jobs. So stop claiming that there are no jobs. There are jobs. I'll tell you why. Because there are problems. Everywhere there's a problem, there's a job. You just need to have what it takes to convert the problem into a job. There are three kinds of people on the earth. Number one, there are those that will be remembered for the problems they solve. Number two, there are those that will be remembered for the problems that they create. We have plenty of them in Africa. And number three, there are those that will never be remembered. Three kinds of people. My question to you guys is, which of these groups do you belong to? Because when it's all been said and done, you will either be remembered for the problems that you have solved or for the problems that you have created, or you may never be remembered. I hope that you pick wisely. But there are three kinds of people on this earth, and you've got to be one of the problem solvers. Let people remember you every chance you get for the problems that you're solving. We are defined by the problems that we see. Now, the definition element here is very key because we live in a very foggy generation. Many people are confused about who they are, why they are. And one of the ways to identify who you truly are is how you see. You can walk into a room and the first thing you notice is the smell of the room. I could walk into the room and the first thing I notice is the color on the walls. The things that we see determines or defines who we truly are. So take your perception very seriously. The way you see and what you see is defining who you truly are. So take what you see seriously. Many times we watch news on the TV and we see things differently. There are things that you see on the news that will not anger you, that will not touch you. You would even see them. But when I watch the news, there are things that I see. The things that I'm able to see might be an indication to a problem I am wired to solve. The things I'm able to see, the things you are able to see might be an indication of something you are wired to solve. The next thing is very key here. The problem that angers you the most may be a problem that you are designed to solve. And I use anger here very intentionally because many times when we define passion by excitement. We define passion by the things that make us happy, the things that bring joy. But many times, passion will come in the form of anger. So there's certain things that you see that makes you angry. There's certain problems that you see a hungry child and it makes you angry. You see bad leadership and it makes you angry. You see bad food and it makes you angry. You see a poorly dressed guy and it makes you angry. You see a guy with a body odor and it makes you angry. The things that anger you the most might be a problem, might be things that you are wired to provide solutions for. So take your anger seriously. Don't waste your anger. It's not the things that you gossip the most, because many times what we do is to gossip and chit-chat. The things that anger you the most, don't just gossip about them. Do something about it and fix it. Solve the problem. The things that anger you the most might be a problem you're wired to solve. You can't solve every problem. You can't. Jack of all trade becomes a master of none. Jack should have more than one trade, all right? But Jack should not be a master of all trades. You cannot solve every problem. I'm not saying look around, because Apeh has said where there's a problem, there's a job. So I want to solve every problem. The reason why you're not effective is probably because you're trying to solve too many problems. You need to focus on the ones that you think you're wired for. And how do you know the ones you're wired for? Based on perception and based on passion. It's an indicator to a problem that you may be wired to solve. Now hear this, guys. You are useless without problems. The reason why you're here is because you are a solution. You don't just have a solution. You are a solution. You are here to solve problems, period. The reason why you are alive is to solve problems. You are here as a solution sent here to fix a problem. Your life is ultimately useless. Imagine for a second that we have a world that has no problems. Where will you derive your relevance from? Your relevance is derived from the problems that you solve. So without problems, honestly, we are useless. The poor does not have more problems than the rich. The reason why many of you are where you are today is because you think that rich people have fewer problems. So, they have no clue what I'm going through because they are rich. Rich people don't necessarily have fewer problems than poor people. Rich people have just cultivated a skill on how to navigate through problems. Imagine two guys thrown into the sea, the same sport. One guy drowns and the other guy swims to the boat. The same sea, the difference is that one has a skill to swim. And like they say, you don't get drowned by the water you are in. You get drowned by the water that gets into you. So the guy who has a skill of swimming has what it takes to make sure he doesn't take enough water in and doesn't stay in the water long enough to get the water into him to drown. The guys that lack the skill for swimming will certainly drown. The same sea, the same river, one is drowning, one is swimming. Problems is that river. The rich have the skill to swim in problems. The poor lack the skill to swim in problems. So one is drowning and the other one is swimming. It doesn't mean that the water is different. The water is the same, but the skill is different. Can you swim or are you drowning? This is the next thing. Everyone has a chance at greatness. Everyone has a chance at greatness because we all have what it takes to solve problems. Greatness is not meant for the few. Greatness is not designed for a certain group of people. Greatness is for everyone. Everyone has what it takes to become great because everyone has what it takes to become a solution. You will not be remembered. Hear this, guys. You will not be remembered for the problems that other people solve for you. You will be remembered by the problems that you solve for people. And I'm saying this because we live in a generation of miracle hunters. Miracle hunters. We pride in talking about what people have done for us. We pride in that. From the secular world to our churches, to our religious, structure, we pride in talking about miracles. And when we talk about miracles, most times we are talking about what other people have done for us. But I look for a day where the miracles we talk about is not the miracles that people give to us. It's the miracles that we are to other people. You are not wired to receive miracles. You are wired to become a miracle. Nobody will remember you for what others have done for you, but we will remember you for what you have done for others. Hear this, guys. Money is simply the reward for solving problems. If you don't have money, there are specific reasons why you don't have money. You are simply as relevant or as rich as the problems you are solving. It's simple. People don't pay you because they like you. People pay you for the problems that you're solving. You don't get promoted in any company, whether it's government, whether it's private. You get promoted by the problems that you are solving. If you want more money, the key is problems, and I'll show you why. If you can't find a problem to solve, look for an old solution and make it better. Old solutions can become new problems. I'll explain that. Sometimes we keep looking for new problems to solve, and it's not easy to spot new problems. But I'll tell you something. There was a time that we had normal landlines, what we call landlines. I don't know what they call them in other countries, but in Nigeria we call them landlines. And the landlines were doing pretty well. It was a major breakthrough for humanity when we had the telephones and we had landlines. But someone came up with a new invention. How can we have this phone everywhere? In our toilet, in our planes, in the car, in the shop, in the market, on the street. And they invented a mobile phone. Now, the guy who invented a mobile phone didn't find a new problem. He simply found an old solution and he made it better. So if you cannot find a new problem to solve, look for an old solution and make the old solution better, because sometimes old solutions can become new problems. This is the next thing. If you can't see a problem, create one. This is a very dangerous thing to say, but listen to me, guys. I'm not saying you should go and start creating problems and become a thief. And if you are lawless, they will arrest you and they will lock you up. What I'm saying is, take an example from the GSM, from the Facebook, from Chris Air, who puts diamonds on wristwatches. What they have done was to create a problem that we didn't think we had before. Now, everyone wants to be on social media. There was a point many years ago that nobody had a need for social media. Nobody had a need for social media. But somebody invented Facebook, and suddenly he has created a problem for us. Now we suddenly need something that we didn't think we needed 10 years ago, because somebody found a gap and leveraged on that gap. So if you can't find a problem, spot a gap and leverage on the gap. That's what I'm saying. You know, I said earlier that money is a reward for solving problems. So if you don't have money, I'm suggesting that there may be 6 reasons why that is true. Number one, if you don't have money, it's possible that you're not solving problems, because money is a reward for solving problems. So if you don't have money, number one, it's possible that you're not solving problems. Number two, it's possible that you're solving problems, but you're not solving enough problems. You cannot become a profound businessman, you cannot become a profound architect, a profound doctor, if you have just one client. You've got to be able to multiply your successes. So you may be solving problems, but number two, it's possible that you're not solving enough problems. Number three, if you don't have money, it's possible that you're solving problems and you're solving enough problems, but you are solving the wrong problem. You see? So number one, you're not solving problems. Number two, you're not solving enough problems. Number three, you may be solving the wrong problems. And number four, you may be solving the right problems, but for the wrong people. You see? So you found the right problem to solve, but you're not solving it for the wrong people. Number five, you may be solving the problems with the wrong people. So if you're not making money, number one, you're not solving problems. Number two, you are not solving enough problems. Number three, you are solving the wrong problems. Number four, you are solving the right problems for the wrong people. Number five, you are solving the problems with the wrong people. Number six, which is the last reason, you are solving the right problems the wrong way. So, you know, there's a point that we said you are solving the wrong problems, but it's also possible that you're solving the right problems, but you are solving the right problems the wrong way. And this is the last point, guys. There are three things to expect when you solve problems. Number one, expect relevance. Number two, expect riches. And number three, expect reward. Sometimes riches isn't a reward. Sometimes your reward is in just goodwill. Sometimes the reward is not even in relevance. You know, you could be relevant to 1 million people. You could have $1 million, but you don't feel rewarded. And that's why very famous people tend to commit suicide. You know why? Because they lack the sense of reward. When you solve problems for people, one of the things that you should enjoy is that internal reward. It's more blessed to give than to receive. So there's a blessing that comes on the inside. That joy, that happiness that comes just from giving, just from helping, is the reward that I'm talking about. So expect three things: relevance, riches, and reward. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. I love you. God bless you.